BT's Best of Sushi this week. Jill's at our first contender, Globefish, this morning.
Yes, we're all hopped up in sushi here this morning. Things are getting a little wild at the judges' table, but we have a happy group here, you guys, and not a tough assignment at all this week to be chowing down on sushi all over the city. So we're happy to be here, and I'm happy to have you guys on board. We have a very accomplished panel here this morning. So we're doing assorted sushi and then a signature roll at each place. What are your impressions of Globefish, Gwendolyn?
I really enjoyed this morning. I think they have set the bar for the rest of the week. That Drew Tate roll with the, I love a dynamite roll and I love tuna. So basically combining my two favorite things into one roll was pretty magnificent.
Absolutely. Gwendolyn's also been teaching us a little bit of Japanese because you lived there. So to say good morning is?
Ohayou gozaimasu.
All right. We'll be colored impressed all week long. And Dan's been brushing up on his Japanese as well. Your impressions of first. There's a bit of a competition taking place here. So tell us about your impressions of Globefish.
You know, I thought it was great. I think in terms of the first platter we got, I'm more of a traditional rice kind of guy, so I'd probably lean more towards that later in the week. But the crazy Drew Tate roll was awesome. You know, I said it looked like it was out of this world, like Martian-esque, and it was as delicious as I think alien food could be.
Alien food. Well, it is interesting, and because this is the one place that will probably get that artistic interpretation, as you were saying, John. And what were your impressions of Globefish?
Yeah, it was pretty much what I expected. This is the place where things are going to come shooting off the plate and whatnot. The other places we're going to are much more traditional, but these guys really bring the contemporary. They mix it up nicely, and they're also very skillful. It's not just about the look at Globefish. Right. The look is pretty, but there's a lot of substance behind it. You look at the thickness and the consistency of their cuts on the sushi, the delicate layering that they do. They know what they're doing here.
Yes, absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about the projects that you guys have on the go when you aren't on our panel here this morning. Gwendolyn, you're working on a new book.
I am. I just signed my first cookbook deal, and I'm madly recipe testing, which is basically baking and eating a lot of things, so that's good. Yep. I think my colleagues at the Herald appreciate it because I'm always bringing stuff in now. But yeah, it comes out next year. It's a recipe book of all lemon, lime, and grapefruit, and it's called Pucker.
Excellent. Cute name. I would buy that book. And Dan, you're working on, well, lots of things. You have your hands in a lot of pots, but what's the main project for you?
The newest project that I'm really excited for is that I launched a new Canadian food website called Eat North. So it's eatnorth.ca, and basically we're just aiming it to be kind of the go-to website for all things culinary in Canada. So whether it's chef interviews, like restaurant profiles, videos, all that kind of thing, it's all up on there. So It's great.
Good for you. Yeah. And John, a brand new book.
Yeah, the 8th edition of my favorite restaurants in Calgary and Banff. You know, just out in time for all your Christmas shopping needs. Of course, yeah. This is my 8th edition of the full guide to Calgary. It's been 4 years since I did one, so this year's been a lot of eating and a lot of writing. Yeah,
and the culinary landscape here in this city keeps growing exponentially. Great stocking stuffer right there. I'm going to let the judges go, all carved up and ready to start your days. We will see you tomorrow morning, and I'm going to learn how to make a roll in the kitchen on the next segment, guys.
Good luck with that. Yeah. It's hard.
It is tough.